Right now at 5, it's a fundamental right in a democracy, but some say they have to overcome barriers to cast a vote.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
And then thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is off tonight. It's a common belief that voting is a right, but some people say they have to cut through barriers to access that right. News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to a former Wisconsin inmate who says eligible voters in jail aren't given the resources they need to exercise that right. Good evening.
David Carlson spent roughly 5 years in prison on felony charges. Because of his felony charge, Carlson is still unable to vote in the state of Wisconsin. In the state of Wisconsin, inmates who are awaiting trial or have been convicted of misdemeanor charges are eligible to vote. But according to Carlson, many don't. Carlson says inmates aren't given information on how to request or fill out a ballot. Many inmates also do not have state IDs or driver's license on hands. Carlson says identification is one of the biggest barriers that prevents inmates from voting.
I mean, the jail knows who they have, even more so, I think, to a higher degree than, a driver's license tells you who a person is.
According to the ACLU, in 2020, 13,000 Wisconsinites in county jails were eligible to cast a ballot, but only 50 did. Carlson says by not providing inmates additional resources to vote, he believes an entire group of voters are not represented in elections. Carlson says he hopes to see voting rights expand to people with felony charges, people like him. Ken?
Thanks very much, Dua. Later tonight, you will hear from La Crosse County Sheriff Jeff Wolf, who says over the past few years, the county has been working to expand resources available to local inmates. In the meantime, let's get a weather check. Send it over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for the latest.
Yeah, not a bad day. A lot of sunshine, especially compared to yesterday, but the temperature's still on the cool side. Most spots in the upper 40s to lower 50s. 49 the high in Eau Claire, 52 here in La Crosse, 53 in Prairie du Chien. A pleasant fall evening underway with a clear sky. Again, a little cool though. So if you have outdoor plans, pack a light jacket, and we will stay clear for the next several hours. And then some of these high and mid-level clouds will start to stream in overnight, but not expecting any precipitation from those clouds. We're still at 52 in La Crosse, 50 in Winona, 49 a common number for Black River Falls, Sparta, 48 at Volkfield, 47 in Eau Claire. So forecast for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, seasonably chilly once again. Lows in the upper 20s to mid 30s for most, including about 35 in La Crosse, and winds will be fairly light. Again, tracking a nice little warming trend heading towards the weekend. Details in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. In the meantime, a jury has found the man accused of driving an SUV through last year's Waukesha Christmas parade guilty on all counts. The jury deliberated for 3 hours and 15 minutes before finding Darrell Brooks guilty of 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide this morning. Brooks drove his SUV through last year's parade, killing 6 parade participants and injuring dozens of others. Tensions were high and spectators became emotional today while the judge read the jury's verdict.
Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Burn in hell, you piece of
Hey, you are to be removed right now. You will not do that.
Brooks faces a mandatory life sentence on each homicide count. The judge scheduled a hearing on Monday to set a date for his sentencing. Victims and their families will be able to make statements at that time. Federal authorities say they've uncovered a multi-million-dollar theft ring whose target is not what you'd expect. Authorities say the ring went after meat packing plants in 6 Midwestern states, including Wisconsin and Minnesota. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security said the Miami-based ring was discovered in June when several semi-trucks full of $1 million worth of frozen beef were stolen near Lincoln, Nebraska. The 3 men suspected of the crimes will face charges in federal court in Florida. Investigators estimate there were 45 thefts that happened across the 6 states, totaling $9 million in losses. As the November election approaches, the La Crosse School District is hosting one final information session about its nearly $200 million referendum to consolidate the high schools to the train location. Now, board members will share how the referendum will affect the La Crosse community and its schools, whether the referendum passes or not. Now, the info session will be open to the public from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight. That'll be at Logan High School. New data shows Gunderson Health System is ranked at the top for local diabetes care and is #1 statewide for cervical cancer screenings. The Wisconsin Collaborative for Healthcare Quality released that data, which focuses on the health of certain populations. Now, leaders at Gunderson say diabetes is a growing issue in the La Crosse area, but if healthcare providers can help patients prevent and control their diabetes, it can help prevent other health problems.
when you improve the health of your diabetic population, you've done incredible things for individual patients. For example, you've avoided things like heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, amputations, blindness. Those are really personal things that if we can help patients live a better life through better diabetic control, we've improved the health of the whole community.
Gunderson also ranked high for depression screenings, vaccinations in adolescents, and breast cancer screenings. An area village is being recognized for its timeless beauty. The Wisconsin Historical Society has announced Bangor's historic district is now in the National Register of Historic Places. The district, which is only 2 blocks long, was once a hub for retail sales, banking, and professional services from the 1800s to post-World War II. Since then, the buildings have been home to many different businesses and organizations. We'll post a link to more info about the history of those buildings at news8000.com. A rural performance venue is expanding its types of performances. GET's Performing Arts Center has hosted school productions since it opened in November 2020, but this year the center is bringing in non-school district performers from outside the region. 6 professional performances are coming to Galesville this year, everything from small instrumental ensembles to rock concert tributes, comedians, and even a Broadway production. The center's creative team wants their rural community members to have a cost-effective means to enjoy a professional theater experience.
We are working at bringing affordable arts to rural Wisconsin. So we're looking to reach people in the entire western Wisconsin area.
So if you're interested in buying some tickets for any of the shows coming up, we'll have that link at news8000.com as well. A La Crosse theater company committed to challenging conceptions is focusing its first show on abortion. Gray Area Productions is presenting a play based on the true experiences of a young military wife whose first ultrasound reveals that her unborn child has no cranium or brain. In it, she faces the decision to deliver immediately, which would be considered an abortion under the law, or to carry to term, knowing the baby can't survive outside the womb. The show's co-director says a woman going through a decision like that is extremely personal, while the topic of abortion has become so commonly polarizing. He says the piece here is neither pro-life nor pro-choice. The goal is to bring nuance to a very divisive topic.
Coming back to a place where instead of focusing on our own opinions, we agree to listen to the experiences of others. And I think what that does is it allows you access to your own compassion, which is really what this show is about.
Opening night is tomorrow. It runs until November 6th at the Pump House. Tickets are available online. We'll post a link with more info on news8000.com. Ballet La Crosse is hitting an exciting milestone. The ballet company, part of Misty's Dance Unlimited in Onalaska, is celebrating their 10th season. This weekend, they will perform Marushka and the Four Seasons at the Weber Center. The performances will feature young ballet dancers from the area, and dance teachers say that this is a perfect opportunity for all students, no matter their interests.
So the oldest kids, a lot of them might have aspiring dreams to be professionals one day. Maybe they do some other sport, and this is like a nice little cross training or side passion that they have. We can show some amazing talent within this, but we can also show just that love and that passion that people have.
Dancers will be hard at work at rehearsal throughout this week to prepare for those 3 performances on Saturday and Sunday. Coming up, as mortgage rates keep rising, the Biden administration is targeting what they call junk fees to try and save taxpayers on everyday purchases.
Democrats defunded and dispirited our police, creating the worst crime wave in decades. Biden spent us into 40-year high inflation, drove gas prices to record levels, and opened our borders, causing a flood of illegal immigrants and deadly drugs. Mandela Barnes supports all the policies causing you and your family so much pain. He will rubber stamp their liberal agenda. Mandela Barnes sides with radical leftists, not with you.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Add character from floor to ceiling with 11% off everything at Menards. Upgrade your home today with Shaw Flooring. From soft and luxurious carpet to durable laminate flooring or waterproof vinyl plank. Save 11% on all Shaw Flooring. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Ceiling fans make a beautiful addition to any room while helping you save on energy costs year-round. Get 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is fentanyl, so dangerous that one pill kills. They make it in China, smuggle it through Mexico. Across our border that Joe Biden surrendered to cartels and gangs. Brad Path backs Biden's open border agenda 100%. Fentanyl killed 1,200 people last year in Wisconsin alone. Now every town is a border town. PATH won't stop the drugs, so we have to stop Brad PATH.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
On today's episode of Fun Moments at Fanati's, it's Halloween shopping time.
Zoe can't have gluten. Oh, creepy crawlies. Pez, and more Pez. Oh, peanut butter filled ghouls. Jack-o'-lantern suckers.
Celebrate each season and see what's in store at Fanati's Nut and Chocolate Shop. Stay tuned for more fun moments brought to you locally by Fanati's in downtown La Crosse, where the nuts, chocolate, and candy are delicious.
His job was to serve and protect. Instead, reports say Dave Estenson assaulted and preyed on girls for years. One report of sexually assaulting a teenager. Multiple reports of Estenson trying to coerce girls into sexual favors to avoid citations. And Estenson wants to ban all abortions, forcing victims of rape and incest to carry their predator's child. Sexual predators belong behind bars, not in the state Senate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
President Biden is taking new steps to help Americans have a little more money to spend. But as Nichelle Medina reports, borrowing money to buy a home is getting more expensive by the week.
Home mortgage interest rates have jumped to their highest level since 2001. The average 30-year fixed rate has now topped 7%. But at the White House today, President Biden was focused on what he called junk fees from banks and other companies that target consumers.
Today, my administration is announcing new actions to lower the cost of everyday living for American families.
The president says charges for things like bounced checks, credit card late fees, and insufficient funds are unfair and cost Americans tens of billions of dollars every year.
Weighing down family budgets and making it harder for people to pay their bills. So my administration is taking action to eliminate these fees.
With midterm elections less than 2 weeks away, the president is making the case that he is taking steps to help boost the economy, while Republicans blame the Biden administration's policies for soaring prices.
Everything they do is wrong. It's actually impressive to get every policy wrong.
In the final sprint to Election Day, many GOP candidates are laser focused on the economy.
And the number one issue that I hear every single day, what's at the doors, at fairs and festivals, is this cost of living crisis. People are downright scared.
Voters weighing who will best handle their economic concerns will soon have their say. Nichelle Medina, CBS News.
The president says his administration will also target fees charged by airlines, cable companies, and concert ticket sellers. Still ahead tonight, helping rural communities go green. Details on Arcadia's latest sustainable edition.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. A couple of seasonable days in store, but a nice warm-up heading towards the weekend. All the details after the break.
More than 300 murders just last year. Terror at the Waukesha Christmas Parade. But Defund the Police radical Mandela Barnes still supports eliminating cash bail, releasing dangerous criminals back into our communities. Barnes says,
reducing prison population is now sexy.
Actually, releasing criminals isn't sexy, it's dangerous. Radical Mandela Barnes won't keep your family safe. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, we've traced the smell and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
Tim Michaels wants to scare you with lies. Here's the truth. Independent fact checkers gave Michaels' parole attacks a pants-on-fire rating, saying they were false and that the governor does not allow any release of criminals. That's a fact. And here's another fact. Tony Evers actually increased police funding, and he's working to invest in high-crime areas, in job training, after-school programs, and mental health. So when you see all these, do this.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we make it easy to get ready for winter. We're the cold weather experts, offering the gear and supplies you need to combat the cold, snowy weather ahead, all at fair and honest prices. Like 30% off zero-exposure coats for the family, Tamarack winter boots, or buy one, get one half off. 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords, just $44.99. And this Comfort Zone cabinet heater, only $129.99. Plus, assorted pet supplements are 25% off.
As an Army commander, I served God, family, and country. But the media, they say none of that matters anymore. When I was 9 years old, my dad handed me a shovel and put me to work. Nowadays, people get paid to sit on the couch. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not some career politician. I'm a self-made businessman who doesn't give a rip about the special interests or their money. I'm running for governor to turn Madison upside down and take back the freedoms that make Wisconsin great.
Tim Michaels for governor.
No two sets of eyes are the same, and nothing should keep them from getting the expert eye care they need. That's why we'll cover your cost of your insurance copay or your eye exam. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page or find us at news8000.com. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
More electric vehicle charging is coming to rural communities. Riverland Energy Cooperative is celebrating a new charging station in Arcadia. This is the first Level 2 station in Trempealeau County. It's at Riverland Energy's headquarters, which is right on Highway 93. The cooperative's leaders say it won't fill up your whole battery, but it's good to top it off.
And if folks who have electric cars need a boost to their batteries, etc., so they can make it back home, this is here so they can boost their battery and make it back home.
You got to make it back home. Well, it takes an hour of charging to get your EV about 30 extra miles. People can pay with an app on their phone or a credit card. All right, time to switch it up, talk some weather, and for that, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at your forecast.
Well, not a bad day sky-wise with all the sunshine. Again, we had more clouds than sun yesterday. Opposite today. We had a few clouds scattered about, but overall a mostly sunny day and pretty much a cloud-free evening in progress. But temperatures still below average, but not by much. 52 is the high, 57 is our average high. We were also 5 degrees below the average low of 38. 85 and 18 are the records. Again, it remains dry other than that wet Sunday and Monday we had. We are still over an inch below average for the month, over 6 inches below average for the year. 52 degrees out at the airport, also downtown at the station with that clear sky. Northwesterly breeze at 5 to 10, making it feel like 52. The Mississippi dropping 5.19. Good evening to you folks in Eau Claire. Sunshine there as well, a little cooler. 47 feels like 45 with a light westerly breeze. So temperatures, again, a little cooler than average, but not too bad for late October. Lots of 50s, some pleasant 60s over the Central Plains, but closer to home. Most of our area in the upper 40s to lower 50s now, not too far from those afternoon highs. And compared to last evening, anywhere from about 3 to 8 degrees warmer. So slightly warmer for those outdoor plans this evening. Winds not too bad out of the west-northwest at about 3 to 8 miles per hour. So skies currently clear. Now we've got some high and mid-level clouds off to the south and west here. Those will track across the area overnight, and this little disturbance will approach. But I think most, if not all, of the rain with it will run into this high pressure and dry air and kind of fizzle out as we head into the day on Thursday. So dry tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Tomorrow, kind of a mix of clouds and sun. And notice how the rain really kind of fizzles out as it tries to approach the area into later tomorrow and tomorrow night. Little more than sprinkles at best in far western and northwestern parts of the area, and then plenty of sunshine as we head into Friday, and temperatures will respond pretty nicely. In fact, tomorrow, pretty close to average. Again, average high this time of year, 57. That's my forecast high for tomorrow, right around 57 or 58 in the La Crosse area. Mid to upper 50s will be common in our southern communities. And as we head back to the north, more of the same. Most spots between about 54 and 58. A little cooler far north, 56 for Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls, right around 54 in Loyal, 55 in Stanley, and 55 in Bloomer as well. So for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, seasonably chilly, winds lightening up to about 5 miles per hour, 35 for the low in La Crosse. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun, seasonable, 57 for the high, south to southeast breeze at 5 to 15. But look at this nice stretch of weather. It's going to be dry. Again, we could use some rainfall, but boy, hard to argue with low to mid 60s. for late October and early November. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Halloween Monday, and Tuesday, all between about 61 and 66 degrees. Small chance of rain showers next Wednesday as the system approaches, cranks up the winds a bit, a little bit better chance for some rain next Thursday, kind of breezy both of those days as well.
But quite a nice farewell to October.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next, the Courage to Change Challenge Academy is going fishing and implementing lessons that are life-changing.
Fall Home Show going on now at the Bourne Store. Visit today and see what's new and get your $250 discount coupon. Register for prizes and visit with designers. Hope to see you soon.
They found my sister's head in a wood-burning stove, her body in a cornfield, murdered by her own husband. The judge called it the most heinous crime he'd ever seen, and the killer was sent to jail for life. But Tony Evers' parole commission set him free, and they didn't even tell us. Under Evers, hundreds of other violent criminals have been released early. It makes no sense. Governor Evers, everyone in Wisconsin is less safe because of you.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for changing conditions on and off-road. Get great deals on our most capable lineup of Ford SUVs, including Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport. Both rated 2022 IIHS top safety picks, and both designed to give you greater confidence. Hurry, Ford SUV season will end soon. Now, for a limited time, get $500 retail order bonus cash on a 2022 Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman, and said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Sofas, sectionals, recliners, even bedroom and dining room. They're all on sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Best of all, there's no delay. We've been stocking our most popular styles in our warehouse all summer. That means you don't have to wait to get the furniture you've always wanted. You'll find incredible values from some of our best brands like Smith Brothers, Canal Dover, and Lazy Boy. Hurry in now for the biggest selection. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
We're getting in the holiday spirit with our Catherine McPhee and David Foster exclusive.
Next ET.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's one UW-La Crosse officer who's going all out to help find a cure. Officer Dave Pell has helped raise money for breast cancer by having a little fun in a pink tutu. Breast cancer awareness is a personal cause for Officer Pell. His mother and aunt were both diagnosed with the cancer. His mom survived breast cancer for 32 years. Now, Officer Pell is retiring this spring, but he has no plans to stop the fight or take off the tutu.
There's a good chance that I'll be back as a retiree next year, because the fact of the matter is breast cancer will still be around, and we haven't found a cure, and we still need to have awareness out there.
Officer Pell has raised over $3,000 during his fundraisers. Well, the Challenge Academy is reeling in the fun. For the next 3 days, 72 cadets will camp at Camp Decorah to learn how to catch and clean fish. Many cadets have never been fishing or camping before. One cadet says he hopes learning how to fish will lead to a delicious meal tonight.
I'm really excited because I've never been fishing before, or I probably have, but I forgot because I probably didn't do well or catch anything at all. So I'm hoping like I could catch a fish so I could keep it and eat it for myself.
I love it. Cadets will also go on a 10-mile hike and receive their dog tags once they reach the top of the bluff. Cadet Hughes says this is the moment he and his peers have been waiting for, and he's glad Challenge Academy has given him, quote, the courage to change.
Ever since I've been here, I'm really grateful for this academy. Like, all the benefits, pre-wrap plans, all of that, they set me up for a lot of success for my future. So I just want to give my thanks basically to the academy for even like accepting me.
So officials at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Refuge joined the cadets on the camping trip to help give them some helpful fishing tips. Well, we'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and of course, Bill will have another look at tonight's forecast.
Some things make you wonder, what the path?
like career politician Brad Pfaff voting to raise our taxes after promising not to. Then praising another $1 billion in tax hikes on Wisconsin families. Seriously, what the Pfaff? Or when he supported trillions of dollars in big government spending, creating record inflation. What the Pfaff? Makes you wonder how anyone could trust career politician Brad Pfaff. NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The day before Halloween on Sunday, October 30th.
It's Buzzy's 44th annual 12-hour sale. Get the best deals of the year. 12 hours only, 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Furniture pricing has been drastically reduced with more than 50% off select products. Get a king-size Sealy mattress for the price of a queen. Plus, save $300 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses and get a free gift with purchase. Come by the store or shop online. One day only at your locally owned Buzzy's Home Furnishings in Viroqua.
The Cooley region has been good to me and my family, and I wanted to give something back. That's why I ran for the state assembly. And I've tried to do good things in Madison for the people of western Wisconsin. Wisconsin is facing a lot of problems today, and we need people who understand how things work. Right now, Wisconsin has a $5 billion surplus. With that surplus, we need to cut taxes. We need to fix our roads, and we need to fund our schools, and we need to do that now.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get $500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners can get an additional $2,500 cash allowance. Plus, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories.
When your back pain is your foot's fault. This is Dean's story.
I had back pain, and I honestly didn't know where to go.
Until a friend suggested the Good Feet store.
She had to explain to me the feet are connected to the back.
And get this.
As soon as I put on those Good Feet arch supports, the pressure lifted off my back. It's like finding that missing puzzle piece. Like, yes, this is it.
Stop by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Under Tony Evers and Joe Biden, it's been bad, but it's gonna get much worse because winter is coming. That's right. Reports are saying natural gas heating bills are going up by 28%. Inflation has already caused pain at the pump, grocery checkout, on rent. But this fall, there's still time to stop the winter pain by voting no on Tony Evers before he makes it even worse, if that's possible.
Coming up on News 8 Now at 6, testing the waters. Beginning November 1st, the DNR will require cities the size of La Crosse or bigger to begin testing groundwater supplies. Most of La Crosse's wells have already been surveyed. Those results coming up tonight at 6.
And again, clear skies this evening. We'll see a clear to partly cloudy sky overnight. Seasonably chilly temperatures, much like we saw last night with readings in the mid-20s to mid-30s. Highs tomorrow around 57 degrees, so a seasonable Thursday.
Not too bad, and of course, Halloween trick-or-treating temperatures not too bad as well.
Looking pretty good.
All right, 60s. Thanks so much, Bill, and thank you for joining us tonight at 5. Really appreciate your time. We hope you'll be able to join us again at 6. We saw